Hey folks, welcome back to Honey Money SG. Now I know a lot of people has been trapped within Singapore for 2 whole years, no traveling because of the pandemic, and most likely right now your wallet and your mind is very itchy for travel already. But for such a long time that you haven't traveled, most likely you forgot all your travel hacks. So today let me refresh it for you and show you what are the best credit cards that you could use for your overseas travel and spending. It's definitely okay to use your normal credit cards overseas, right? For example, if you're using a cashback credit card like DBS Live Fresh, you can actually get 5% cashback on your online and your pay with transactions, even overseas. But you must know that when you're actually doing overseas transactions, the banks will need to charge you at least a 3% foreign currency transaction fee, and that will actually eat up into your cashback. So for example, if you're getting a 5% cashback card and you less off the 3% fees, the net cashback that you are getting is really a pittance of 2%, which is not optimal, right? Because we are in the Honey Money SG community. We need to do something to actually maximize this potential cashback that you can get from overseas spending, especially when we are more prone to spending so much more money overseas. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 kinds of cards that you can use overseas. They are primarily prepaid cards, and most importantly, they can help you avoid the foreign currency transaction fee or even dynamic conversion fees. So let's start with the first card, right? Instagram Amaze. I've talked about Instagram Amaze a few times in this channel because of the various benefits that it could bring you. But the most important benefit is that it does not charge you a lot of foreign currency fees. In fact, it's only like a 0.3 to 0.5% spread based on the Mastercard foreign exchange rates. At the same time, you don't even have to top up any funds into the Instagram Amaze app. You can just link it to any kind of Mastercard that is issued in Singapore. But in recent bad news, we have heard of the DBS Women's World Mastercard being excluded from Instagram Amaze from 1st of June onwards. So that is a really tragic news. But you can still use your Citi Rewards Mastercard for that, right? And if you're not a miles or rewards guy, then you can use the Citi Cashback Plus, which gives you 1.6% unlimited cashback. And if you add it up to the Amaze cashback, it's not too bad too, because the Instagram Amaze actually gives you 1% additional cashback for foreign currency spend and 0.5% for local Singapore dollars spent. The criteria is that you need to spend a minimum of 1,500 of SGD equivalent purchases throughout the quarter. So that will average around $500 a month. And I'm sure if you're going on a holiday trip, you can easily spend $500 a month, right? And if you add on to other people purchases all consolidated to your card, maybe one trip you can spend 1.5k already. Also, a new condition is that you need a minimum $10 to be eligible for the cashback. So these are really nerfs on the Instagram Amaze card. Now for your information, the cashback is actually credited at the 25th calendar day after the calendar quarter has ended. So for example, the second quarter ends in June, right? So the 20th calendar day of the next quarter will be July 25, then you'll get the cashback. So what are the cards that you could use with Instagram Amaze now that DBS Women's World Mastercard is nerfed? I would say still go for the Citi Mastercards like Citi Rewards that gives you 4 miles per dollar. And then the Citi Cashback Plus, if you're a cashback person, 1.6% Citi Cashback Plus, and then add on the 1% foreign currency cashback, you get a total of 2.6%. Whereas if you're confident of hitting the minimum spend of $800 a month, then you can go for the Citi Cashback. Okay, this is a different card from the Citi Cashback Plus. This one requires you a $800 minimum spend, and it's only for these eligible categories like your dining and restaurants, your petrol, and your groceries supermarket spend. And let's say if you're going on a Malaysia road trip, right, I think it's easy to use the Citi Cashback Mastercard because go to Malaysia, sure must pump petrol, right? 8% give you. Okay, and then if you're staying for a longer while, you need to buy groceries, right? 8% also give you. And then lastly, you sure need to eat at Malaysian restaurants, right? Because their food is so good. So 6% cashback. So I would say Citi Cashback Mastercard is a really good card for this kind of stuff. But definitely do not use the Citi Rewards card for your travel spend, like hotel spend and the air ticket purchase, because those are not eligible categories for the 4 miles per dollar. Maybe you need another separate card for that. Okay, the next card is actually Revolut card, and also Revolut, I talk about it in my channel, but mainly for the 20% cashback on your public transport rides up to June 2022 this year. Don't know if it will extend again, but we shall see. But one other function of Revolut that you should know is that it can actually help you do overseas remittance, foreign currency remittance to your country. So it's more suitable for foreigners who are working in Singapore. For example, example, you are a Malaysian who came to Singapore to work and you already have an existing Malaysian bank account. So what you can do is you use Revolut and remit some Singapore dollars to Malaysian ringgit back to your Malaysian bank account. So Revolut will actually charge a very small spread of around 0.3%. So if the exchange rate is like 3.15, maybe it can give you 3.13, so that you don't even have to exchange your Singapore dollars and bring it to the money changer in Singapore, exchange for Malaysian ringgit, right? Because it's quite dangerous to carry around so much cash when you're crossing the borders. But for Singaporeans who are just traveling abroad to Malaysia or Thailand, right, for your very short trips, maybe you can also use Revolut's cash withdrawal function, because you can withdraw up to $350 worth of foreign currency using the Revolut normal plan, because they can offer you free cash withdrawals on the ATMs. But be aware of any existing ATM charges. Of course, I have tested it myself. CIMB and Maybank in Malaysia does not charge you any ATM fee for withdrawals. One important thing of Revolut is that you cannot use this card during the weekend, because they will charge a much higher foreign currency spread. So most likely we want to use Revolut during the weekdays when they have a more favorable spread of around 0.3%. So avoid Friday night to Monday morning, because that is when the FX spread is the largest. Lastly, let's talk about Utrip, right? Because I haven't talked about Utrip on my channel yet. Now for Utrip, you actually get a $5 sign up reward using my referral link down below. But the main advantage of Utrip is that you can actually exchange currency before you even go on the trip. So you are like hedging the currency, because right now the trend is favorable in your favor. Example, a lot of people actually exchange Singapore dollars to the Japanese yen before their Japan trip. You know, Japan is really opening up from June onwards as announced on the news. So at the high point, one Singapore dollars was actually equivalent to 94 Japanese yen, which was record high, right? I mean, pre-COVID times it was around 80. So it's really good for people to hedge currency as a form of speculation. If you think that the currency is going to trend downwards against your favor, then maybe you want to exchange now. But of course, the market may move against you, right? This is all like stock market speculation. So I wouldn't really bother with this kind of thing. I will still go with Instagram Amaze if you ask me. So like I said, Instagram Amaze is really the champion of all these three, because not only it is a very low FX spread, it also allows you to earn rewards on your existing credit card without any top up, right? Revolut and Utrip still require you to top up the wallet, and you know that this can actually be quite a problem when you want to off-ramp from the platform and you want to withdraw your funds, right? But regardless, if you do not have an account with any of them yet, just use my referral link down below to sign up. Get the sign up reward first, then go and decide which one is favorable to you, because all these three are low hanging fruits for the sign up bonus. And if you're interested in how the whole Revolut app works, right, especially for the 20% cashback on public transportation, then I refer you to this video over here, because I talk about in detail how you can actually use the Revolut app like a professional. With that, thank you for watching. My name is Christopher. This is Honey Money SG, steering young adults to financial independence.